The following contest is a tables match and is for the Intercontinental Championship.
Byron, you shouldn't even be in the same arena as this man. Why not?
Introducing the challenger from Palm Springs, Florida, weighing in at 231 pounds, EC3.
Look at the physique on EC3. This guy's got muscles in places most people don't even have places.
Talk about an incredible story. A superstar who left WWE years ago, reinvented himself, got himself in the best shape of his life, to your point, Corey, and now he is back in his words, in the top 1%.
Are you doubting him?
I'm just repeating what he says.
Corey, you got to realize Byron spent most of his life in the bottom 99.
That's not true.
The Lone Wolf about to prey on Monday Night Raw. Baron Corbin, a WWE superstar who does not care what you think, what you feel. Baron Corbin's only concern in this world is Baron Corbin.
And introducing the champion from Kansas City, weighing in at 275 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Baron.
A perfect hybrid athlete, size, speed, strength, and skill. Baron Corbin, one of the most dominant forces to attack a WWE ring in recent memory.
Former Money in the Bank contract holder.
Former United States champion, winner of an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, the Lone Wolf.
And with that, Baron Corbin is on the loose.
Man, my body hurts just thinking about the punishment one of these competitors is about to go through.
Baron Corbin likes to be the epitome of the term Lone Wolf.
Yeah, Saxton, Baron Corbin does what Baron Corbin wants to do, when he wants to do it, and how he wants to do it. Tonight, he wants to beat someone up. Big boot.
Oh, my Lord.
Straight right. Good night. Beautiful technique. Irish whip. Oh, clothesline.
I saw EC3 backstage earlier tonight and asked him what the name EC3 stands for. He said, and I quote, "Nope," and walked away. Neckbreaker.
Right to the spine.
Double axe handle.
The challenger's starting to slow down a bit here.
Michael, I commend you for trying to find out the origins of the name EC3, but this is a guy so deluded he probably doesn't even remember what EC3 actually stands for.
Oh, Byron, my inside sources have told me what EC3 stands for, and I will tell you, EC3 means he's better than the two of you and doesn't need to answer any stupid questions. Now, let's move on, shall we?
What a stomp! Good grief!
EC3 reemerged in 2018 with perhaps the biggest ego we've ever seen in NXT. I say perhaps because he arrived to a roster featuring Velveteen Dream.
If you're asking me who's got the bigger ego, it's a toss-up. One says he's better than 99% of the world, and the other wants everyone to say his name. That's why it was so great to see EC3 and Velveteen Dream hurt each other.
The two of you are yammering about EC3 and Velveteen Dream. They don't have egos. These two men are the best competitors in NXT, and they know it. That's why their epic match could only take place on a massive stage like NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4.
Yeah, the two had a brutal battle, but Velveteen Dream emerged victorious at NXT's biggest show of the year. EC3 may have lost that night, but he's still in the top 1% of the WWE Universe's hearts.
You want to talk about WWE Hall of Famers taking things to the extreme? The first time many fans saw somebody put through a table was in 1984. Randy Macho Man Savage drove Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express through a table with a pile driver at the Mid-South Coliseum. Kick to the...
Corey, I remember seeing photos of that horrible scene in wrestling magazines. The pile driver was utilized when Terry... He's not going to go quietly.
No superstar worth his salt ever does.
He wants no part of the outside. Almost 5 years after his previous NXT match, EC3 made his return in grand fashion, opening NXT TakeOver New Orleans in a six-man ladder match for the newly minted NXT North American Championship.
Crowded leg.
When this guy's on, look out.
Trouble here.
Michael told us about EC3's return to NXT in that North American Championship ladder match. But if EC3 had his way, it wouldn't have happened. When William Regal revealed the title, EC3 rolled up and claimed he should be given the championship as a welcome back gift.
I mean, to be fair, he did deserve it. You see, Saxton, you actually have to be welcome in the first place to be welcomed back. Anyway, EC3 didn't win that night, but that's only because William Regal stacked the deck against him with 5 other competitors.
Through Kofi Kingston's career,
What's Baron Corbin putting together?
Boom! But he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to capitalize?
Byron, you spoke about Kofi Kingston's tables match against Sheamus at 2011's TLC event. Some people feel that match was one of the turning points for Kingston. That night, Kofi's usual fun-loving nature took a back seat to a more focused and offensively aggressive competitor. Kofi Kingston's focus was leaving TLC the new United States champion.
And that approach paid off, Michael. Kofi seized opportunity when Sheamus made a rare mistake. He drilled the Celtic Warrior with the
The end of days. Just when you thought he had nothing left.
Baron Corbin is giving the crowd a show, but he needs to make sure he understands what really matters.
Sit out suplex.
It shouldn't be a shock that the Dudley Boys were involved in one of the most intense tables matches we've seen in recent memory. At the 2015 TLC event, the Dudleys called on their Extreme brothers Tommy Dreamer and Rhino to battle the Wyatt family in an 8-man elimination tables match. People were flying everywhere that night, and in classic ECW fashion, so were the trash cans and kendo sticks.
The match in 2015's TLC event with the Dudleys, Tommy Dreamer and Rhino versus the Wyatts, was chaos from the second all 8 superstars were in the ring. Braun Strowman was awesome in his destruction of all 4 members of Team Extreme, but the ECW originals kept their focus on making sure each member of the Wyatt family crashed through a table.
The ECW's originals love a brawling clash, with the Wyatts' strive to destroy anyone who stepped in their path. The Wyatts took the advantage after Rhino and Devon Dudley were eliminated, and they didn't look back. Bubba Ray took on the Wyatts with everything he had, but the sick power of the Wyatt family was just too much, as seen when Braun Strowman chokeslammed Bubba Ray through the final table. There are so many different ways for a superstar to put their opponent through the table in a tables match. Some matches start off as wild brawls and a table is brought out from under the ring in the match's opening minutes. In others, superstars are very strategic about when they bring out a table, because they know if they're not careful, momentum can be reversed and they could end up being the one who goes through it.
Looking at it here. Byron, you looking at it a second time.
Oh, nasty impact.
What a strike. Big time takedown right there.
This might just be it for him, Michael.
There are 2 things to remember about Baron Corbin's end of days. 1, the incredible display of raw power it takes to execute the maneuver. And 2, Corbin doesn't care who he drops with.
He wants no part of the outside.
The champ looks to be in phenomenal shape. It's going to be tough to defeat someone who might just be in the best shape of their career.
The End of Days is such an impressive finish maneuver and delivers incredible impact. End of Days leaves its victims out cold on the canvas for a long, long time.
The End of Days from Baron Corbin is just another way for the Lone Wolf to show his disdain for fellow WWE superstars. Corbin won't stop until there is no one left.
No way.
That's the End of Days. That's what he was looking for, Michael. There are so many different ways for a superstar to put their opponent through the table in a tables match. Some matches start off as wild brawls and a table is brought out from under the ring in the match's opening minutes. In others, superstars are very strategic about when they bring out a table, because they know if they're not careful, momentum can be reversed and they could end up being the one who goes through a table. What are we going to see here?
Hung up on the second rope. Byron, you talked about strategy that involves a tables match. I was in WWE when the Dudley Boys came from ECW, and you could say that things changed a bit thanks to Bubba and Devon. Something that's also important to remember in a tables match is that it's not important how or where the table is positioned. All that matters is that you put your opponent through it.
It's a very simple premise, Michael, but superstars have to be careful. They launch an attack that goes awry, their own momentum can put them through the table and cost them the match. That doesn't include feeling the incredible pain from crashing through a solid wood table. 1 split second can be the difference.
A forearm right to the jaw.
Someone's about to take a
Powerbomb. They get dangerous out here, especially when there are no countouts. He's not going to like this.
He can't take much more.
Oh my goodness! And you can put this singles match in the books.
I can't believe what we just saw. Tables matches are fan favorites for a reason, folks.
These superstars gave as good as they got, and these fans got their money's worth from the opening bell. He's going to want to make sure he saves every minute of this match for his personal highlight reel, because he was on fire in this one.
Here is your winner, and still the Intercontinental Champion, Baron Corbin.
A well-earned victory indeed.
That was simply a case of one guy determined to prove his dominance over another.
And that's the kind of action we've come to expect here on Raw. What an amazing match.
Introducing first, from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami Zayn.
You know, Sami Zayn was once known as the underdog from the underground.
Yeah, then he started hanging out with Kevin Owens and became the coward from the underground.
Yep, bite your tongue, Saxton. Sami Zayn simply aligned himself with his best friend, and the two of them have achieved incredible things in WWE.
Yeah, like, let's see, getting fired.
Like starting the Yep movement by big-time matches at WrestleMania.
Yeah, ripping off somebody else. Really creative.
Cole gets it, Saxton. Why don't you?
He's being condescending.
Business just picked up. The man has arrived.
And their opponents, first, from Paducah, Kentucky, weighing in at 190 pounds, the NXT North American Champion, Ricochet.
Do you know what Paducah, Kentucky's known for, Byron?
What's that, Corey?
Nothing except Ricochet. He is their biggest export. This guy can do it all. The preeminent high flyer in the game lives for the adrenaline in his veins. This is about to blow your mind. There is nothing Ricochet can't do.
One of the most positive, confident athletes in the game today.
The future of flight has arrived. It's time for a perfect 10.
Come on, Corey, put your hands up. 10, 10, 10, 10.
And his partner from Niagara Falls, Canada, weighing in at 225 pounds, the perfect 10, Ty Dillinger.
Is there anybody in WWE more arrogant than Ty Dillinger?
Look, Corey, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't see yourself as a perfect 10, nobody else will. It gives you something to strive for in life. You should try it.
Byron, you realize you're advocating for egomaniacal.
I'm advocating for someone to be better than they were yesterday. You should hang out with me more. I'll teach you.
Here's the bell, and here's Sami Zayn looking to unleash some brutality early.
When I think of tag teams that can make a major impact on today's WWE, I absolutely think of these two teams.
He's going for the pin. Didn't have to dig very deep to kick out of that one.
Too soon.
Facebuster!
Man, that was vicious.
Boom, what impact! Inching close, and he tags his partner in.
Momentum has certainly shifted here, Michael.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, the teams met in a 2 out of 3 falls bout on Monday Night Raw. The most important fall in a 2 out of 3 falls contest is the first fall. If a team can catch up.
Oh, what a roundhouse kick. The 2 out of 3 falls match that saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus was a throat. Now that got those shoulders on the mat. And the kick out.
Nah, not yet. Too early.
Aiden English is starting to slow here. This tag team match can get out of hand quickly if he doesn't mount an offense soon.
It's no secret that quick tags lead to success in the tag team division. And I'd say the quicker he can make that tag here, the better their chances of...
Oh, and he makes the tag.
That was a game changer right there, Michael.
Oh, what an uppercut. It's hard to look at Sami Zayn now and think of him as an inspiring figure, but that's exactly who he was in his time at NXT. In fact, he was widely regarded as the heart and soul of NXT. Knee drop.
That was nasty.
So precise.
Oh, torturous knee.
Sami Zayn in a potentially bad spot right here.
Michael went back to a time when Sami Zayn was synonymous with NXT. His attitude back then was a far cry from where it is today. Now I wonder if everything we saw from Sami in NXT was just a ruse.
Oh, why are you guys trying to rewrite the success Sami had at NXT? Just because you and everyone else turned their backs on him shouldn't discredit everything he's accomplished.
Dillinger's terrifying when he's in a groove like this.
It's obvious Zayn is feeling the pain that has been dealt out so far.
Unless this thing turns around here, this tag team match is all but over.
He's running on fumes right now. It might be smart for him to make a tag. You'd have to think his partner has a little more gas in the tank.
From my standpoint, it seems like he underestimated who he was stepping in the ring with here tonight.
Oh, the tiebreaker.
Is it enough?
He's got him covered. And he breaks the pin.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Toss. Gets the tag. He's in trouble. Often known as a land of opportunity, when Sami Zayn became a part of the SmackDown Live roster, it was a chance for a fresh start.
Yeah, but eventually Zayn admitted to feeling directionless. It felt like he was misled with unfulfilled promises, and his perspective on SmackDown Live began to change. Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oh, drop kick! With Sami Zayn's perspective of SmackDown Live in mind before his viewpoint changed, I thought Sami was, at the very least, admirable and moral in the way he took on obstacles.
Cole, Zayn tried overcoming obstacles in the right manner, but the system never treated him fairly. If he kept doing things the right way, then what? Maybe in 4 or 5 years, as time will come, morality does not win you championships, fellas.
Luva kick from Sami Zayn.
That's how you put an exclamation point on.
His shoulders are down.
Most of the truly great tag teams in sports entertainment created a double team finish.
They did it! No doubt it was a good one. Here's another look.
Some pretty good give and take in this match, as these highlights show.
And this is how he ended it.
Here are your winners, Sami Zayn and Aiden English.
What a great match, and a huge victory to boot.
Let's not overcomplicate things. This business is simple. It's all about wins and losses. And it sure looks to me like somebody has figured that out.
Boy, I don't think we're going to have too many disappointed viewers at home. Not with action like we just saw.
Wilder and Scott Dawson, the Revival.
No nonsense, no gimmicks, no flips, just fists.
Two men who proudly carry collective chips on their shoulders, and they've managed to use that bitterness to bring themselves to the big stage where it's their time to shine.
Rough and tough as they come. Old school throwbacks. The Undisputed Era is here.
Cole, O'Reilly, and Fish, the most elite superstars in the entire world.
And their opponents, accompanied by Kyle O'Reilly, at a combined weight of 402 pounds, Adam Cole and Bobby Fish, the Undisputed Era.
Two-time NXT Tag Team Champions have arrived. You talk about the Undisputed Era, you're looking at a collection of some of the most successful, internationally traveled superstars in all of sports entertainment.
And now you add Roddy Strong to the mix, and they are as dominant as ever. And you add Roddy Strong to the mix now, and Undisputed Era may just be unstoppable.
Yeah, you mentioned being unstoppable, especially when it comes to the big stage. Who could forget that fateful night at NXT TakeOver New Orleans, when this faction not only won the North American Championship.
And here we go. This tag team match is going to be heated, to say the least.
All the budding tag teams out there hoping to one day make it to the big stage better be watching this match with a notepad in hand, because you can bet this is going to be a lesson in how it's done.
I don't know where Adam Cole gets the nerve in thinking he can come in and take what he wants.
Saxton, he doesn't just want to take everything. Adam Cole wants to rule the entire industry.
He's looking banged up here, guys.
And it looks like things are about to get even worse.
And partner lock up against another duo. Unless there's a special stipulation added to the match, the traditional rules of a singles match apply in terms of winning the match via pinfall, submission, countout, or disqualification.
In a standard tag team match, one competitor is in the ring against an opponent, and their teammate is in their corner standing on the ring apron. I should also point out that the competitor in the ring, as far as the referee is concerned, is the legal man. Only the legal man can attempt to score a fall over an opponent or be defeated by an opponent.
In a tag match, when a superstar tags their partner, the person who tagged out has until the referee's count of 5 to exit the ring. For a tag to be considered legal, both of the superstars' feet have to be on the apron. The partner must be touching the tag rope in the corner. Both team members must touch, and the referee must see the tag be made.
Nailed it. He goes for the cover. He's a long way from the 3 count, I can tell you that.
Gonna take more than that.
There may be no preventing the... There it is. The tag has been made.
Oh, he needed that in the worst way, Michael.
In order to be a premier tag team, a superstar and their teammate must have that continuity where they're a well-oiled machine inside the ring. I'm talking about classic techniques, like cutting the ring in half, isolating your opponent, relegating them to your corner, and making frequent tags so that the
shoulders are down, and he doesn't stay down for long.
A throwback like Dawson's way too tough not to kick out.
Corey, a few moments ago, you took us through what it takes for a tag team to be successful. The continuity between tag team partners is crucial. When a team is able to keep one opponent in the ring for an extended period of time without making a tag, they're able to focus their attack on one individual and one body part.
And that's when things really start to take shape if you're on the tag team that's in control of the match. When you look at the tag teams who've dominated this business, all of them worked well together as a unit and were able to keep an opponent in the ring long enough to make that adversary the focal point of their assault.
When you talk about great tag teams, we can go all the way back to teams like the Tolos brothers, Stevens and Patterson, Stevens and Bockwinkel, the Texas Outlaws, the Briscoes, the Blackjacks, the Andersons, and the list goes on and on. When you're part of a tag team, the two partners have to travel together, train together, eat together, and be completely in sync with one another.
Oh, look, Bobby Fish, harsh impact, and he's got to capitalize now.
Tag team competition dates back all the way to the early 1900s. Corey, you mentioned some of the classic duos from sports entertainment's incredible history. In today's WWE, the tag team scene has never been more competitive. I don't know who has the edge when it comes to talent, if it's Raw or SmackDown Live. I think it's too close to call, but all the teams truly think and act as one unit.
I agree, Michael. Teams such as the Usos, American Alpha, Anderson and Gallows, The New Day, the Hardy Boys, Cesaro and Sheamus. I could be here all day.
And he tags his partner in.
Momentum has certainly shifted here, Michael.
You gotta believe this one's over. Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Tag team history was made when the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions were crowned.
We only got one.
This one is over. Things do not look good for Scott Dawson.
He's in trouble. Ooh, what impact.
This could be it, guys. Things just went from bad to worse for Dash Wilder.
Oh, nasty impact.
It's not Scott Dawson's night, guys. It's just not.
There was a lot on the line. They did it. They won the match. And here's a look back at some of the action from the previous match.
These guys showed flashes in this match, but flashes don't exactly set the world on fire, as these highlights show very well. I know the match was solidly entertaining, but I really hope these guys would take it to the next level.
Here
Regardless,
are your
nobody's asking for their money.
Adam Cole and Bobby Fish, the Undisputed Era.
Nice teamwork by these two here tonight.
Now that's the kind of win you can build some momentum off of.
You got
women's division. I hope you're ready for a fight.
Tamina is a scary woman.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Nia Jax, from Pacific Islands, Tamina.
That is a scary human being.
Well, you're looking at the future right here.
And her opponent, accompanied by Bayley and Sasha Banks, from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair.
WWE Universe, you are looking at a superstar who is simply blessed to be the best, just naturally better than everybody else, even when only doing the bare minimum.
When you talk about some of that natural athletic talent, Corey, Bianca's been exceptional her entire life. She earned all SEC and All-American honors in track and field at the University of Tennessee. And if you just ask her, she'll tell you why she's better than everybody else.
You got eyes, Byron, you understand. A freak in the weight room, a beast in the ring. Bianca Belair could do it all.
And she's got a lethal hair whip.
The bell rings and Tamina looks eager to get to work as quickly as she can.
Shoulder tackle. Ooh, what impact.
Got her where she wants her.
Big time move coming up.
Ooh. Shoulders on the mat. No, shoulders up at 2.
And we continue.
Oh, man, that hurt. Oh. I've seen some unique offenses over the years, Byron, but perhaps the most unique thing I've ever seen is when Bianca whips her opponents with her own hair.
I have never seen anything like it, Michael. But I'll tell you what, if I was to give advice to anyone facing Bianca, it would be to turn the tables against her. Go ahead and whip her with her own hair.
To your point about Bianca's hair, Byron, I do think it's long enough that an opponent could likely use it as a weapon as well.
Nope, that won't work. Grabbing an opponent's hair can lead to disqualification. Besides, everybody knows the best way to prevent Bianca from using her hair is to cut it off, a la Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
She's got that gleam in her eyes. Diving crossbody!
Throwing all caution to the wind.
Ladies and gentlemen, by now I'm sure you've heard Bianca Belair describe herself as the EST of NXT. Corey, what exactly does that mean?
I'll break it down for you, Michael Cole. It simply means that Bianca Belair is the strongest, the fastest, the smartest, and the baddest around.
Corey, thank you for breaking down exactly what it means when Bianca Belair says she is the ist of NXT. But don't you think Bianca has a bit of an overinflated ego for somebody relatively new to the scene?
Absolutely not, Zach.
Shoulders on the mat. She's not done yet.
Too soon.
Gosh.
Move over, Ronaldo.
Going all the way up.
I gotta say, guys, Bianca Belair has wasted little time making a name for herself. I mean, from the minute she walked in the door, the entire women's division stood up and took notice.
She's not looking good here, guys.
Man, she's got to get herself together here.
As Byron mentioned, Bianca Belair's impact has been immediate. From her very first match in the 2017 Mae Young Classic, Bianca has been opening eyes.
Yeah, and it's worth noting that in the first round of the Mae Young Classic, she gave up 4 inches and about 40 pounds to her opponent, but still won. That's a testament to Belair's immense strength.
Boom, what impact! You got a feel for Tamina Snuka looking beaten down at this point. I'm not so sure she even knows where she is at this point.
Normally, I'm a glass half full kind of...
We got a cover. Ladies and gentlemen, by now, I'm sure you've heard Bianca Belair describe herself as the EST of NXT. Corey, what exactly does that mean?
I'll break it down for you, Michael Cole. It simply means that Bianca Belair is the strongest, the fastest, the smartest, and the baddest around.
Taking off her feet now.
And you're not going to win many matches down there, I can tell you that. Corey, thank you for breaking down exactly what it means when Bianca Belair says she is the ist of NXT. But don't you think Bianca has a bit of an...
She spear!
That was vicious. It'll be tough for Tamina to come back from this.
Looks like she wants to beat her inside the ring. She's got her in her sights. Bianca Belair, big move coming. Pile driver.
It'll be tough for Tamina to come back from this. What a slam, Michael.
Here's the cover. This singles match has come to an end. Wow. We got our money's worth with that one. Take a look.
That's a woman on a mission.
Overall, this match was average at best. But not every match is going to be memorable. In fact, I've almost forgotten it happened already. This match wasn't exactly a barn burner, but we can't expect every superstar to be on their A game every time, I guess.
Here is your winner, Bianca Belair.
Well, that one was over before it even started. Wow, when you pick up a pinfall victory over somebody like that, you've done something right.
What a match that was, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. This match just might set social media on fire.
Oh, it's already trending.
And Jason Jordan reverses.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Trouble under, future shot.
Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are. Jason Jordan is in a real bad spot. Harsh impact.
You gotta believe this one's over. Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be nasty. This is gonna be bad. Leaping high.
That's how you put an exclamation.
The shoulders are down. This singles contest has a victor. These guys gave everyone their money's worth. Here's another look.
I'm just glad that thing is over. That match was tough to look at for all the wrong reasons.
Here is your winner, Drew McIntyre.
It's all over and McIntyre stands victorious.
Great effort from both these guys, Michael. I'm willing to bet this isn't the last time we see them square off.
Guys, it sounds like we can all agree that was an extremely impressive.
And his opponent, from Amsterdam, Holland, weighing in at 215 pounds, Aleister Black.
The ominous man from Amsterdam.
Black emerged from the darkness just long enough to knock someone's head clean off. Former kickboxer, able to keep his composure in the most intense situations. That's what makes Aleister Black so dangerous.
Yeah, a man who went undefeated in one-on-one competition for an entire year before winning the NXT Championship.
The story of his life is tattooed on his body. Aleister Black, discipline, the name of the game for this man.
And the sole of his foot is tattooed on the body of others. One of the most dangerous strikers in the business.
You can expect these superstars to put their bodies on the line to take each other down.
These superstars have waited a long time for this match to take place.
Here we go, fellas. I've been looking forward to this one for quite some time.
Throughout his time in WWE, Elias has demonstrated an ability to defeat up-and-comers and veterans alike, sometimes with a sixth string on their back.
Look, there's no doubting Elias's ability inside the ring. I just wish he'd take up something like making model airplanes instead of live musical performances, if those qualify as such.
What a stomp.
Good grief.
Nailed it. Head scissors applied. And, oh, look at this.
Now that's a display of excellent ring awareness.
Nicely done.
Elias forced to play defense here.
Well, he knew this was going to be a fight heading into this one.
Yeah, he's taking on some offense here, but that's to be expected, especially considering who he's in the ring with.
Byron, he looks like he has no idea where he is.
Yeah, he is definitely on Dream Street, Michael.
Beautiful technique.
He wants no part of the outside.
Elias is such a determined competitor. Guys, how can you face off against a performer with such a hungry heart?
Oh, let's not beat around the bush. Elias is a terrible musician. He's also got an outrageous ego. If you can get under his skin about his lack of musical talent, you're halfway to a win already.
Uh-oh.
What incredible power.
Wow, what a vertical suplex. Going back to strategy about Elias, while I don't agree with Corey's sentiment about Elias's talent, Byron, would you say that heckling could work against WWE's most talented musician?
There is a proven track record of Elias becoming unnerved, Michael. NXT crowds riled Elias by telling him to drift away, while Jason Jordan and Braun Strowman got in Elias's head by ruining his concerts.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Uh-oh, he's in trouble here.
Better stay right where he is.
What a dive! Boom!
Back now inside the ring. And he's heading back in.
Here's a cover. Pops the shoulder up.
Still in it.
And you can see that Elias is looking overwhelmed.
I would be too.
He's in over his head.
Looks to me like he just hit a wall.
Yeah, this is hard to watch now. I mean, he is taking quite a beating in there.
Going to the top. High risk. Incoming.
Alistair. Oh!
This one is over.
Uh-oh, this might... He's got the shoulders down.
Yes! Unreal performance.
How about another look at some of the highlights?
This was one of those matches that had flashes of brilliance, but never quite lived up to all the hype.
Here is your
Good
winner,
match overall.
Alistair Black.
And there's your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, they both gave it their all, but in the end, we were left with the best man standing.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Raw Women's Championship.
Here comes the Riot Squad.
Look, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan will readily admit, listen, we're not the best of friends. We don't have a whole lot in common except for one thing, and that is to run the women's division in WWE.
The Irish last kicker on Raw.
Yeah!
Introducing the challenger from Lafayette, Indiana, Ruby Riott. Introducing the champion from Dublin, Ireland, the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch.
Stay right where you are, people.
The battles between Becky Lynch and Ruby Riott on SmackDown Live went far beyond the scope of traditional singles competition.
Yeah, they both always seem to have backup. Becky receives help from Charlotte Flair and Naomi as they clash against the Riot Squad's Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan.
I don't know who's looking more forward to this. The women in the ring or me?
Oh, no, we've got a problem here, guys.
It sure looks that way, Michael.
The champion into the cover. She's not going away yet.
She's still in this one.
Ruby Riott is not interested in red carpets, auditioning for Total Divas, and making personal appearances. This is a cold-hearted individual who wants to take down the entire system in sports entertainment.
You just don't appreciate an entrepreneurial spirit, Cole. Ruby Riott embodies the punk rock ethos of do-it-yourself. She'll do whatever it takes to make it to the top.
Pinfall attempt here from Becky Lynch. A kick out before 3.
Gonna take more than that.
Guys, touching on Ruby Riott's punk rock mentality, this is a woman whose goal is to cause a riot. The entire women's division has been on edge since the Riot Squad exploded onto the scene. No one is safe.
WWE superstars need to realize that as long as Ruby Riott's competing, they're walking on dangerous ground, Saxton. And if someone gets in the way, they're getting stepped on.
I wouldn't have been surprised if that was it. Wow.
She's still in this one.
Keep your eye on this one. Look at this.
She is on fire.
The champ to the top turnbuckle. Look out. Oh, an elbow drop. Oh, she's clearly not getting paid by the hour. No, she's got a tremendous amount of resilience, so I think she's got something left here.
The size of this girl's heart is simply immeasurable. When we talk about historic WWE debuts, there are not too many superstars who were introduced to the...
There it is, the Exploder.
Man, she knows how to make a comeback.
But now can Becky Lynch make the most of this?
We've got an argument on our hands.
Oh, it's just a few words, no big deal.
To elaborate on the point you made, Byron, since 2015, the women of WWE have been on an historic journey. And Becky Lynch, she reverses out of it.
And not a second too soon. Close call there.
Oh, man, she's rolling now.
Talk about rocking the jaw.
Unceremoniously deposited down. Big flying forearm.
Becky Lynch is looking for the ending.
Get up with this armor.
I bet you feel foolish riding off now.
She's out of it, guys.
Yeah, she's leaving herself wide open here.
Oh, straight forearm.
Exploder suplex.
Both of these competitors have so much resolve, it's going to take a minor miracle to keep one of them down. Oh, no. Got her where she wants her.
Big time move coming up.
Hold on, guys. This isn't good.
No question about it, Cole.
Look at this. This might be it.
Oh, my. Ooh, what impact. Exploder suplex.
Back in from the floor. She wants to do this in the ring.
Ooh, nasty impact. Now the arm's trapped. Taking out the arm, great strategy.
Going to have a hard time stopping Becky when she's doing this.
Hooked up.
Belly to back suplex.
The champ to the top turnbuckle.
She's got that gleam in her eyes. It's safe to say that Becky Lynch has made the most of her time in WWE. The Irish lass kicker has had WrestleMania moments and was the captain of the women's team at the 2017 Survivor Series.
Wow, that won't separate your shoulder. That'll divorce it.
Oh, my goodness, crushing it.
Michael, you alluded to Becky Lynch's impressive body of work in WWE. Let's remember, Becky was the first woman drafted to SmackDown Live and the first SmackDown Live Women's Champion.
And Becky Lynch also kicked off.
They got him.
Got the disarmer.
This one is over.
The stakes were high at 2016's Backlash, where one woman...
It's locked in. They tapped. They tapped.
These women put on quite a show. Here's another look.
Critics of these ladies in the WWE might not have been very impressed, but they did do some nice things in there. Overall, this match was average at best, but not every match is going to be memorable. In fact, I've almost forgotten it happened already.
Here's your winner, and still the Raw Women's Champion, Becky